walking my dog a lot, trying to get outside. Our family's been doing, I guess, a lot of work. We've been playing a lot of games together. I know we did like a family game night, family movie night.
A lot of schoolwork and a lot of watching shows on YouTube and on Netflix.
We just went on to lockdown pretty much for the next 3 weeks, and so my parents went out and got a lot of food and supplies. And I've been watching a lot of TV and playing games and going outside around my neighborhood.
Going on hikes and going to the lake, and I've just been dancing and playing volleyball.
Yes, I've been having a lot of family time. We've been watching movies together and watching Netflix, and it'd be fun. And we've done a cook-off too with our family, and I won too, so.
Well, most of the time I'm just doing schoolwork, and other than that, I've been baking a lot. We had to do yard work.
I did AMI worksheets, and I watch Netflix. Then with my family, I go to the lake a bunch and go on walks.
I have been working on my homework through the online school, and my family have done a lot of movie watching, cooking, spending time together.
My favorite Easter tradition is dyeing eggs and eating deviled eggs while doing it.
Definitely baking the cake with my grandma, making a bunny.
It's probably Easter egg hunting because usually it's either they get plastic eggs and put stuff in them, or we get confetti eggs, and when we go out and get them and start smashing them on people. So that's really fun.
My parents will do kind of more of like a big kid Easter egg hunt. So they'll hide like a really big egg and we have to go find it. And I mean, it'll have like the most random things. I think one year had like underwear in it. I don't know.
Personal tradition, not one that we do as a family. So every year we always have mashed potatoes and corn, and I always combine them, and it's the best thing ever. But it almost only happens on Easter.
Our family makes Easter bunny cake with like sprinkles and everything, and we do a scavenger hunt every morning for the eggs that we made the day before. And we just go to church with all of our grandparents and
Easter egg hunt at my Nana's house.
I remember when I was younger, we used to go to church and then we would go to my grandparents' house, and that was always fun.
One of my favorite Easter memories is at church we did a scavenger hunt like every year for Easter eggs, and one year I found the golden egg when I was like 5, and I got a big Easter bunny and as my prize, and I was so happy. It was like my favorite toy ever.
Going to church every morning, getting up and going to the church service that our church has for us on Easter Sundays.
My favorite Easter memory was probably last year because we kind of went more low key with it, and we just went to the service in the morning, and then we went out to brunch with the Campbells, and it was more fun because we didn't have to like make a big deal of it. We were just more intimate. Yeah.
I hid Easter eggs for my neighbors, and they were little twin boys. It was about 4 years ago, and they weren't home, and I wanted to surprise them, so I put Easter eggs in their yard and told them where to find them.
Okay, so this one's a little weird, but at my old church, we had this pastor, and he dressed up as the Easter Bunny, and he threw chocolate into the congregation, yelling, "Happy Easter." And I guess the point of it was that, like, you know, it's not really about, like, the Easter Bunny or any of that stuff, that it's about, you know, that God's risen, but it was just kind of funny the way that he did it.
Cooking the bunny cake with my Nana and my sister and my cousin, and putting little decorations on it and eating it, and it was good. Easter. Family gatherings, family time, enjoying everyone being around each other.
I really think about, like, going to church and stuff like that because, you know, it's a really important week. You know, you kind of have to think about what happened, you know, before you.
Like, I feel like there's so much love behind Easter. I like the worship songs. I think worship songs around Easter are really good. I really like Lead Me to the Cross, Revelation song. I feel like, which stay tuned for that because that's coming up.
Yeah, it's important to me, I'd say. I think it's like an important day in our like I feel like we do it every year, and sometimes we just think about like, oh, let's go to the Easter service, but like it's more important than what you would normally like see or how it feels.
I think of the crucifixion and the resurrection and how Jesus died and 3 days later he rose from the dead.
How Jesus rose from the dead.
When I think about Easter, obviously I think about Easter eggs and the Easter bunny, but also about how Jesus rose from the dead and how like finding the Easter eggs and you find the surprise, and the surprise would be like finding how the tomb is empty and how he rose.
I'm just rambling. I don't know. Okay. You're gonna cut this, right? That's good.